Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelousmadame THRU. This is going to be your weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of May 28th through June 4th. Happy Memorial Day to you and yours. Hope this message finds you well and in good spirits. Let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be tapping into the energy for the beautiful Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Aqua, everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. And remember, the dates are for me and the messages are for you. Let's go ahead and get your energy oracle. Remember this particular week, or not remember, a lot of you guys have been asking. We're going in with the Modern Way THRU. Like this deck is very vivid. And the oracle energy this week is going to be brought to us by the wisdom of the House of the Night. And there we go. You have the card of understanding, which is 43. I have taken the liberty, in addition, of grabbing your corresponding angel number cards. I am stable and I am charismatic. You bring stability and rationality to any situation. You are the rock, and your hard work and perseverance makes you a dependable friend, partner, and colleague. I am stable. All right. And you also got I am charismatic. Expression comes naturally to you. You're very skilled at communicating your thoughts through conversation and creative pursuits. You are able to get others on board with your ideas. So I don't know what 4 and 3 mean to you and what relationship you have with that. Those are your angel numbers. Let's go ahead and jump into this oracle message of understanding. So Aquarius, it is one thing to read something or hear something, but it is another thing to truly understand something. You're being asked to keep an open mind and heart and allow yourself to absorb information as you receive it. Be open to the wisdom that can only come with time, patience, and perspective. Try to get out of yourself and imagine what it is like to walk in someone else's shoes. To understand is to have power. Oh my goodness. This is the symbol for deep and true comprehension. So is there a person, place, or thing in your life that you are having a hard time empathizing with? I know as fixed air, it probably comes hard for you. There is a certain way in which you think that people should think. You are a very abstract thinker, Aquarius, by being ruled by Uranus. And so as much as that's a great attribute, not everybody has that quality. So there's going to be a situation that may come up this week in this time frame or beyond, okay, because it is a timeless reading that is really asking you to take a look at understanding and looking at something from another person's perspective rather than the way in which you view that situation, okay? Let's go ahead and find out what the Tarot has to say. Right out the gate, we're looking at the Hierophant. So you're already in an energy where you're being guided to look outside yourself. Look at that. Work with someone. Now, this did not come out. I guess it did pop and flip around in reverse. We're going to keep it that way. But I'm having a hard time thinking that that's what it could be, but that's fine. Show me another message. Thank you very much. So the Ten of Swords is in reverse. And I'm grabbing your card that fell. All right. You have tried to do the right thing. You have an energy around you where slow and steady wins the race. You have always been very dependable and stable, as your angel number indicated. Hierophant energy, trying to respect tradition, trying to make sure that you preserve, all of the things that you feel that is traditional. You respect traditions. You think that there's a certain order and structure. And, we all have different mentalities about the way this goes, right? We all feel the way that we feel as if Our way is the way. We know best. There is an energy here of the Hierophant, and I know that. I feel like you definitely have a great respect for rules, structure, environment, and a hierarchy, which is completely okay. There's been a time in the past where this wasn't given back to you. This same attitude was not given back to you, Aquarius. Your respect for hierarchy and your, you do that because it could be how you feel about the individual or how you view their position of power, and you don't want to rock the boat and you want to do a good job. It is feeling like it's work. I'm sorry, but it doesn't have to be. But I do feel like that you feel like no matter what you have done with that Knight of Pentacles and how much work you've put in, and how much you have been a team player in your heart, because you would rather work a part of a team than to work solo. I know that a lot of you guys have convinced yourself that you don't want to deal with people because you are very eclectic and you are very, you kind of go off in the cut and do your own thing. But the majority of the ones that I know that I have observed, it's the contrary. You want to deal with people to a certain extent, and you would prefer to work alone and work in the background. But as I have told some of my Aquarian clients, you want the accolades of being on the front end. So you have to know how to finesse and go back and forth, even if it's uncomfortable. This has caused you normally a great deal of stress, but it looks like that's turning around. So if it's upside down, then you're trying to understand, because understanding has extremely stressed you out. You felt like a victim. You felt like everybody picked on you. You felt like at work it wasn't fair. But I see you coming out of that. This is, mental breakdown, betrayal, and enemies. Someone close to you isn't what they seem. This is being stabbed in the back. But I think with you rearranging how you look at things, this is also telling me that you're coming around, because upright, this is, foretelling a breakdown, an inability to cope with the circumstances. Okay. And I feel like with it being reversed, you are working on that, which is a beautiful thing. And the more you work on that, your brand new passionate beginning will come around, and this will turn around at work. Okay. Whatever this situation is, but I'm going to call it the way that I see it. It's looking like it's more work. It's institutions. It's looking like it's work. In the past, yes. I feel like when shit broke at work, you were the one apologizing. You were the one always jumping up and being Johnny on the spot to fix it with the Page of Cups, because you were trying to keep the harmony. But again, what you put in did not come back to you. All right? Here we go. Top of the deck being the Five of Pentacles. Yes. So although you're no longer having a mental breakdown about it with the Ten of Swords being in reverse, you still feel like they treat you a certain way and leave you left out in the cold. And when you need something, it doesn't come back to you. And I want you to understand and remember what the card is saying. Understanding and trying to put yourself in someone else's shoes. And ultimately, if you're not happy, it is time for you to leave this situation. Let's go ahead and talk about what remains, okay? Because that tells the story as well. What remains is the Hierophant. And so no matter what, working for an institution is what you enjoy. Respecting hierarchy and traditions and rules is what you enjoy. This is what remains. And so with that being said, you have to understand that within this environment, sometimes things are not going to be fair. You also have to understand that things that happen to you are not happening, and you're not necessarily being picked on because you're not doing because of the job that you're doing. It's because you're stable. You feel that way because you are always the first one to jump up and do something while other people slack. You catch other people slack, and as a result of that, You're always the first one to express how you feel. The institutions and this particular energy likes that about you. So if you keep putting yourself out there, always the one to come in early, always the one to stay late, and putting your 100% into this, you don't always get that back, because in this particular type of situation, there's more than you in the actual office. I'm not saying you don't deserve it, but institutions, corporations, they have a tendency of showing you how they feel once a year. So if you are in a situation where you need more than what your job is giving you, it's time for you to really look elsewhere. And that's it. I know it's easier said than done, but you definitely are coming out of that victim's mentality, which I like to see. I just need you to understand, like the card is saying, that you shouldn't take everything personally, because they're looking at things from more of a global or a larger perspective rather than just the perspective of one person. Aquarius, I certainly hope that that made sense. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. If you don't agree or resonate with anything, resonate with the cards that has come out here, because no matter what, this is what remains, because that's the major arcana. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you next week when we do it again. Bye, guys.